1, 2, 3. Go! Shoot!
Do you guys think grammar is boring? English is difficult to learn, it's laborious, it's hard. But what if I told you can learn it from people who are funny, who can make you crack? What if I also told you can learn it in a manner that you actually enjoy, you have fun? Well, that's exactly what's happening in this video. We are going to break down the very first episode of The Big Bang Theory, and we are going to have a ton of fun breaking down a ton of grammar rules, new expressions, and a lot more. So buckle up, because this is going to change the way you learn the language. Let's master it a new way.
Agreed. What's your point?
There's no point. I just think it's a good idea for a t-shirt.
Excuse me.
Hang on.
1 across is Aegean, 8 down is Nabokov, 26 across is MCM, 14 down is your finger, phylum, which makes 14 across Port-au-Prince. See, Papa Doc's capital idea, that's Port-au-Prince. Haiti.
Can I help you?
Yes. Is this the high IQ sperm bank?
If you have to ask, maybe you shouldn't be here.
I think this is the place.
Fill these out.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Don't take your time. I'll just finish my crossword puzzle. Oh, wait.
Leonard, I don't think I can do this.
What are you kidding? You're a semi-pro.
No, we are committing genetic fraud. There's no guarantee that our sperm is going to generate high IQ offspring. Think about that. I have a sister with the same basic DNA mix who hostesses at Fuddruckers.
Sheldon, this was your idea. A little extra money to get fractional T1 bandwidth in the apartment?
I know, and I do yearn for faster downloads. But there's some poor woman who's going to pin her hopes on my sperm. What if she winds up with a toddler who doesn't know if he should use an integral or a differential to solve for the area under a curve?
I'm sure she'll still love him.
I wouldn't.
Well, what do you want to do?
I want to leave.
Okay.
What's the protocol for leaving?
I don't know. I've never reneged on a proffer of sperm before.
Let's try just walking out.
Look at the sentence on the screen.
Is this the high IQ sperm bank?
If you have to ask, maybe you shouldn't be here.
If you have to ask, maybe you shouldn't be here. See, this is what the lady says when Sheldon and Leonard approach her and ask her, is this the high IQ sperm bank? See, to be honest, you guys, if I were there, I'd say the same thing. That's not a question you ask. If you have high IQ, you gotta figure it out. So the lady says, if you have to ask, maybe you shouldn't be here. Now, what kind of a sentence is it? It is a type 1 conditional sentence. Now, what exactly is a type 1 conditional sentence? A type 1 conditional sentence is used to talk about a condition that is real, that is possible, and its future result in the near future. In the near future. For example, if you do your homework, I'll take you to your favorite place for dinner, right? If you score more than 95% marks, I'll get your favorite bike. That's what my father said. Type 1 conditional sentence.
We'll never get through this if you don't focus.
Mama, if you get in the way of me and Sailor's happiness, I'll fucking pull your arms out by the roots.
If you kiss a man like that, you will be forgotten before you even leave the room.
If you do not obey me, we will have an argument which I will win.
It's a condition. If you do this, this will happen. This will happen in the near future. All right. Now, we can also use modal verbs in type 1 conditional sentences. And modals indicate possibilities, probabilities, capabilities. For example, if you apologize to her, she might say yes to you. She might go out with you. If you listen to me, I might come with you. I could come with you. I might come with you.
If you are not satisfied, you can put an end to the experience and go back to being just you on your own.
If you fold it, you can make a little taco.
Okay. Well, if you read the story, we might find out.
You know, I was thinking, if you want, you could bring the baby here.
You know, if you move that fast enough, you can almost write your name.
Alright, let's move to the next learning. Watch this small clip.
Leonard, I don't think I can do this.
What are you kidding? You're a semi-pro.
The word semi-pro means you're quite skilled. Pro here means professional, somebody who knows how to do that, somebody who has the skills to do something. A professional. Semi, half professional. So here it means that Sheldon is quite good at that. Semi-pro. If you are a semi-pro at something, you are not an expert, but you know how to do that. So you have some skills to do it. For example, the other day, one of my friends asked me to cook something, basically pasta. And I said, hey, I don't want to do that. And I'm not that good cook. And they said, are you kidding? You are a semi-pro at cooking pasta. I'm like, all right. And I cooked.
Even Ron lets her win, and he's a semi-pro.
Later, when I went on to college, I even got semi-pro offers.
You're a semi-pro now?
No, we are committing genetic fraud. There's no guarantee that our sperm is going to generate high IQ offspring. Think about that.
Alright, the word offspring simply means babies or children, of whom? Animals or humans. Now, let me tell you this straightforwardly, and it's important to note this. It's kind of a formal word and it's kind of a scientific word. So you might not want to use it in day-to-day normal conversations because you do not see it being used in normal regular conversations. But still, let me give you an example if you want to use it. My history teacher the other day introduced his offspring proudly. He kind of did, man.
Intercourse is not just about offspring.
We must know plainly whether you recognize the offspring of Queen Anne as heirs to the throne.
Barmaid, I'm afraid you brought me the wrong offspring.
A search for an explanation of why a mother would leave her offspring.
I have a sister with the same basic DNA mix who hostesses at Fuddruckers.
What do we have to learn from this sentence? Looks like a normal sentence. It is a normal sentence, but the technique used is amazing. We've used an adjective clause here. Who hostesses at Fuddruckers. I have a sister with the same DNA who does this. Now Sheldon is giving information about the noun sister using an adjective clause. We use adjective clauses to give essential, important, and non-essential, non-important, right, extra information about nouns. See, if I come to you and say, hey, the guy is looking for you, the guy is looking for you, you would have no idea because you don't have any context. You'll say, which guy? Which guy are you talking about? Now, if I say, the guy who went out on a date with you last night is looking for you. Now it's very clear. How? Because I've used an adjective clause here. The guy who went out on a date with you last night. Who went out on a date with you last night? That's an adjective clause giving essential, important information for us to identify the noun guy.
The man who lives up here fought in some wars, and he drinks beer.
The car that was used in that bank robbery, where they killed those policemen, it was rented with her credit card.
It's Jill, the girl who called before about the man who can...
We can also use a non-essential adjective clause. For example, Rahul, who is a brilliant dancer, is my teammate. Rahul is a proper name. Rahul is already identified. Whatever information you give about Rahul is going to be non-essential. But here, the information Sheldon has provided us with is essential because it's helping us identify the noun sister. I have a sister with the same DNA who does this, who hostesses at Fuddruckers.
My brother has the same birthday as President Ford, who is a very sweet man.
And with Dr. Marvin is Bob Wiley, who is a patient and obviously a big fan of baby steps therapy.
And of course, my red-hot smoking wife, Carly, who's a stone-cold fox.
Idea. A little extra money to get fractional T1 bandwidth in the apartment?
I know, and I do yearn for faster downloads.
Being a nerd that Sheldon is, he yearns for fast download. And to be honest, who doesn't? We all yearn for faster downloads, right? Now, the word yearn simply means to want something deeply, right? To long for it, man.
I'm not hearing the cries of a deformed creature yearning to be king.
Yearning to learn more about her friend.
People have been yearning for a change in this country.
I've been yearning to see my parents being abroad for 2 years. I've been yearning to see my parents. After 2 long hours of this deep, intense session, we all yearn for a break. We all yearn for a tea break. Alright? To yearn simply means to long for something deeply, emotionally, right? That is yearning.
If some poor woman is going to pin her hopes on my sperm, what if she winds up with a toddler who doesn't know if he should use an integral or a differential to solve for the area under a curve?
See, Sheldon doesn't want any women to pin her hopes on his sperm. He doesn't want that. You know the guy, right? We all know the guy. He doesn't want that. Now, what does the expression to pin your hope on something or somebody mean? It simply means to depend on that thing or person, right? To hope that that person or thing is going to help you succeed in your dream or plan, all right?
You wouldn't want to pin your hopes on a medical career.
You have no president to pin your hopes on, only yourselves.
Looks like you're gonna have to pin your hopes on another star.
This when you're emotionally invested in somebody making things happen for you. For example, she's pinning all her hopes on me to save her relation. I mean, don't do that, man. Don't screw up and then pin your hope on me to save your relation. That's not gonna happen, right? You screw up, you fix that. I don't do it. Now, do not, never pin all your hopes on one job interview. Do more job interviews. All right? Take more chances. That's a lesson for all of you.
If some poor woman is going to pin her hopes on my sperm, what if she winds up with a toddler who doesn't know if he should use an integral or a differential to solve for the area under a curve?
See, what if she winds up with a toddler who doesn't know how to solve equations and all those scientific mathematical terms that these guys talk about, these nerds talk about? What if this happens? What if she winds up with such a toddler? What does the expression wind up mean? Wind up simply means to be in a situation that is not wanted, that you do not want to be in, that is unexpected.
We're busted before we even get into the vault, and I wind up in a Moroccan jail playing mummies and daddies with Omar the Strangler.
Even though I knew that by lying to Gaji, I could wind up getting killed too.
But if I took no for an answer, I'd probably wind up on a street corner selling spicy hot dogs and wearing a funny hat, right?
Alright, for example, if you don't study hard, you'll wind up failing the test. If you don't study hard, if you don't do this, type 1. If you don't do this, you will wind up failing the test.
I'm sure she'll still love him.
I wouldn't.
See guys, Leonard is cool with that. Even if she winds up with a toddler who doesn't know how to solve equations and whatnot, he's cool with that. He thinks she'll still love him. So the sentence here is, I'm sure that she'll still love him. See, let's break it down in 2 parts. I'm sure, that's a very simple sentence with the subject I, with the linking verb am, with the subject complement being an adjective, sure. Now what part is this? That she'll still love him. That is omitted here. Let's just put that there, or let's just take it out. She will still love him. And what is it doing? This part. This part is giving information about the adjective sure. Now when you look at the part, look at the clause I am sure separately, alone. I'm sure. That's grammatically correct. I'm sure. But sure about what? It doesn't give you any information. It doesn't give you much context. Now when you say I'm sure that she'll still love him, now that gives you context. That gives you information about as to what she's sure about, right? So this part, this clause, she will still love him, and there is an omitted conjunction here, which is that she will still love him is working as an adverb. It's modifying the complement sure. It's giving information about it, right? And we call it adjective complement.
I'm very happy that you're here.
And it's beyond amazing to be with you, but I'm just sad that I'll never see Malibu again.
perhaps fortunate that none of them knows of your engagement.
Well, it's unfortunate that you're in love with me.
When anything, a word, usually these are clauses, right? When these clauses give information about subject complements, adjectives, we call them adjective complements, right? And they function as an adverb in a sentence. I'll give you another example. I'm happy that you are here. I'm happy that you're here. I really am, man. Now look at this sentence. I'm happy that you're here. If I just finish it here, I'm happy. That's all I know. I don't know a reason. I'm happy. For what? Because of what? I don't know. I'm happy that you're here. So this part, that you are here, this is a clause, right? It's a dependent clause, subordinate clause. Doing what? Giving information about the adjective happy. I'm happy in what sense? How? I'm happy that you're here. It's fortunate that you weren't there to see her. It's fortunate or it's unfortunate that you weren't there to support her. Same thing. All right. So that's how we give information about adjectives, right? We use dependent clauses to give information about them. And that's how simple it is.
What do you want to do?
I want to leave.
Okay.
What's the protocol for leaving?
See guys, Sheldon wants to know what the protocol of leaving is. Now, what does the word protocol simply means? It is the right way of doing something, right? It simply means what is the formal, what is the right way of doing something.
And since you initiated it, protocol dictates that you should take me, don't you think?
Regardless, we have a protocol for scenarios like this.
She's still learning protocol, Chief.
All right. For example, the protocol at my house says, do not bring your phones to the dining table. All right. Another example, before sending a presentation to a client, we have a protocol to get it reviewed or checked by the manager.
I don't know. I've never reneged on a proffer of sperm before.
See, Sheldon wants to know what is the protocol of leaving, and Leonard says he's never done something like this. So he's never reneged from something like this. Now, what does the word renege here mean? It simply means to go back on something, an agreement, a promise, or a deal. You said something you do, now you're backing out. It's like saying, okay, I'll do this, and then you're like, I can't do this. I'm backing out. I'm gone.
Your Honor, the plaintiff is once again trying to use rhetorical gimmicks to distort the facts of this case and renege on the agreed settlement.
Can't renege on the invitation now.
So why doesn't she just renege on this deal with her father?
I do not renege on a bargain once struck.
So last night something happened. I reneged on my diet the moment I saw my favorite cheesecake. I reneged on my diet. He said he'd help me out in moving my stuff, but he reneged the last moment. He reneged.
Let's try just walking out.
Now, what do we learn here, you guys? Let's just try walking out. You can try something. You can try ice cream. You can try cake. You can try an activity.
Try teaching her math.
Michael, you know I hate eating alone.
I mean, if you think your work Zoom calls are bad, try teaching an 8-year-old with spotty Wi-Fi how to play trombone.
I love cooking, cleaning, taking care of the boys.
The object of a verb can be an activity, both in the active sense as well as in the passive sense. So let's try what? Walking out, moving out. So let's try doing something. I love you guys, of course I do. I love you. I love my parents. I love this country. So I love you guys, person, right? I love an object. I love my mobile phone. I can love an activity as well. I love teaching English. I love helping professionals, right? Now, I can love an activity that I receive. I love being cuddled. I love being kissed. Okay, I'm sorry. So guys, grammar checked. Phrases checked. Real English checked. Real time checked. See, we learned so much from just 2 scenes of this amazing episode of The Big Bang Theory. Imagine what we can do if we keep on doing this. I had a lot of fun explaining this, breaking this down. I'm sure you also had a lot of fun doing this. Now, important thing, just don't forget this. Practice all these expressions, all the things that you've learned. Practice, use it in your daily life. Write in the comment section below your favorite words that you've learned from today's video, and if you want me to continue making such videos, like the video, write a comment in the comment section below and share it with the people who want to learn English the fun way, the real way. And subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button too. I'm going to see you very soon in real time. Till then, keep learning, have fun. I'm out, bye.